Okay. Do we have to call the interpreter, or they just, will they sign on? I think he just signed, he just came on. The interpreter just came on. Okay, let's start with Keith Alicia. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Morning, Keith Alicia.
Sir, you're here for initial appearance. Going to appoint the, well, actually, you're indicating you're going to hire an attorney, is that correct?
Yeah, if I need, yeah.
Okay. All right, you've been arrested for an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and battery. State wish to be heard with regards to bond?
We would just defer to you. We would ask for no contact with the victim.
Okay. All right, it looks like you qualify for pretrial release. I'll release you on pretrial release with the following conditions: that you have no contact with, is it Kiri, your wife?
Yeah,
that you maintain
Kate.
a separate residence
Yeah,
from her.
Kate.
You consume no alcohol. You can return to the shared residence one time with law enforcement to get personal belongings, but otherwise you're to maintain a separate residence, have no contact with her, and consume no alcohol. All right. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Brian Ayers.
He's approaching.
Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Brian Ayers.
Mr. Ayers, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a violation of probation or community control pursuant to a warrant. Looks like the violation, the original charge was possession of heroin. The bond's been set at none. All right. Good luck, sir. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thomas Boyer. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Pardon me? I don't hear too well.
What's your name, please?
Thomas Boyer.
Mr. Boyer, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for failing to appear for court. Charges of possession of less than 20 grams of cannabis and possession of drug paraphernalia. Bonds have been set at $1,000 on the first count, $250 on the second count, and I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. All right. Good luck, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Alexander Cato Diaz. All right. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Oh, Angel Perez.
He's not.
Alexander Cotto Diaz.
Okay. Mr. Cato Diaz, hold on. Sir in the box, are you here on this case?
I believe it's the next one, Your Honor.
Alexandra Custodio.
Are you
That's
here
right.
on Alexandra Custodio Perez?
Yes.
Okay, that's the next case. All right, Mr. Cato Diaz, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for possession of less than 20 grams of cannabis and possession of drug paraphernalia. Also appears that you're out on bond for the same charges. What I'm going to do is I'm going to double your bond on the new charge on the cannabis. Count one, it'll be $1,000. Count two will also be $1,000, so the total bond will be $2,000. I'll take no action on the out on bond. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. All right. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Alexandra Custodio Perez.
She's approaching.
Thank you. Good morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Good morning, Alexandra Custodio.
All right. And we have a witness here. Could you swear in the witness?
Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Please state your name for the record.
Angel Perez.
All right, Mr. Perez, what's your relationship to Alexandra Custodio,
She's my spouse.
your wife?
Yes.
Okay. All right, if she's released on bond in this case, do you have any concerns for your safety?
No, I do not.
Do you want to have contact with her?
Yes.
Does the state have any witness or any questions for the witness?
How long have you known the defendant?
About 2.5 years.
Has anything similar to this happened in the past?
No.
Are you afraid of the defendant?
No.
If something was to happen like this, would you call 911
If it
again?
will happen again,
Yes.
no.
So you would not report it?
Well, I mean, it was a misunderstanding last night. So, I mean, like I said, it never happened before.
Do you have any children together?
Yes, we do.
Do they reside in the home?
Yes, we do.
Okay, thank you. No further questions.
All right, I'm going to release you, ma'am, on pretrial release with the condition that you have no hostile contact with your husband, that you possess no weapons or firearms. Good luck, ma'am. I'll appoint the public defender.
Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Justina Devlin. Morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Justina Devlin.
Ms. Devlin, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for,
Yeah. Your Honor, she has bonded out.
she's bonded. Okay. All right.
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
Good luck, ma'am.
Yep.
Edgar Roman.
He is in medical, Your Honor.
Medical. Okay. So,
Yes, Your Honor.
thank you. Paquito Fontanez Perez.
That's our interpreter case, Your Honor.
Okay. We'll set him aside.
Mhm.
Chione Gonzalez. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Good morning. Tiani Gonzalez.
Mr. Gonzalez, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for possession of less than 20 grams of cannabis and possession of drug paraphernalia. Appears you meet the qualifications for pretrial release. I'll release you on pretrial release. Random testing. All right, good luck, sir.
Thank you.
And I'll appoint the public defender.
Yes, Your Honor.
Jeremiah Ledesma. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Jeremiah Ledesma.
Mr. Ledesma, you're here for an initial appearance. You've been arrested. New charges, possession of a controlled substance without a prescription. That bond set at $1,000. Possession of less than 20 grams of cannabis. Bond set at $250. Possession of drug paraphernalia. That bond set at $500. And possession of ammunition by a convicted felon. That bond set at $4,000. I'll appoint the public defender. You're currently out on bond. I'll take no action on that. I'll appoint the public defender in both cases. Good luck.
You said I'm out on bond?
Yeah. I'll explain it to him, Your Honor.
Okay. Tina Lewis.
Your Honor, the alleged victim in this case is also up for initial appearance today, and he is present in the room.
morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Tina M. Lewis.
All right, Ms. Lewis, you're here for initial appearance. Can we go ahead and have Mr. Simone come up?
Would you like me to send her back to her seat real quick?
No, if you can just,
Okay, I'll stay over here.
Okay.
I just want to ask him a couple questions. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Ronald Simone.
Mr. Simone, if I grant bond to Ms. Lewis, are you in fear of her?
No.
Do you want to have contact with her if she's released?
Yes.
State, do you have any questions for Mr. Simone?
No, we do not, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Mr. Simone. If you can just have a seat, just right there on the front row. We're going to call you back up in just a second. All right, Ms. Lewis, you qualify for pretrial release. I'll release you on pretrial release with the condition that you have no hostile contact with Mr. Simone. Possess no weapons, firearms. All right, good luck,
I have
ma'am.
no weapons.
And I'll appoint the public defender.
Yes, Your Honor. Yep. Hang on.
Good morning, Your Honor. The interpreter's connected. I just wanted to let you know.
Okay, I think we're ready for your case. Paquito Fontanez Perez, we have the interpreter available. Good morning, sir. State your name, please.
Paquito Fontanes.
Paquito Fontañez.
Sir, you're here for initial appearance.
Señor, ¿se encuentra usted aquí para la vista de primera instancia?
You've been arrested on 2 charges of battery.
Le han arrestado por 2 cargos de agresión física.
1 count of battery on a law enforcement officer or firefighter.
Un cargo de agresión física contra un agente del orden público o bombero.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you.
Le designaré defensor público para representarle a usted.
State you have a position on bond.
La Fiscalía tiene una postura con respecto a la
Your Honor, we
fianza.
would ask for bonds to be set on the 2 battery cases, and we just ask for no contact with the victims.
Su señoría, pedimos fianza en los 2 cargos de agresión física y que no esté permitido tener contacto con la víctima.
All right, I'll set bonds on the 2 battery charges at $500 each.
Por las 2 acusaciones de agresión física, en cada una se fija fianza de $500.
Bond on count 3 is stayed at $2,500.
Se mantiene la fianza con respecto al tercer cargo en $2,500.
Going to order that you have no contact with the victims
Le prohíbe a usted tener ningún tipo de contacto con las víctimas
and that you maintain a separate residence from them.
y que está prohibido convivir bajo la misma residencia que ellos.
Also going to order that you consume no alcohol while out on bond.
Y prohibido consumir ningún tipo de alcohol mientras que esté libre bajo fianza.
Good luck, sir.
Buena suerte, señor.
Thank you.
Your Honor, could I please have the case
Whatever.
number for this individual?
Yes, ma'am. Let's see if we have the case. We don't have a court case number. I can give you an agency number.
The jail number would be fine.
Is that the obits?
Whatever you have, Your Honor.
Okay, it's 490-214-5010.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think that's all we have this morning. Oh, well, we'll have interpreter cases when we do Orange County in a little while.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Emerald Moss. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Emerald Moss.
All right, Mr. Moss, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for an assault. It's domestic related. State you wish to be heard with regards to bond?
We would ask for a bond, and we would ask for no contact with victim.
Okay. All right, sir, at this time, are you asking for the appointment of the public defender? I see on your application you indicated you were going to hire an attorney.
No, I can use a public defender.
Okay, are you currently working?
Yes.
What's your approximate take-home pay per month?
1,400.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Okay, I've reviewed the affidavit. All right, I'm going to set the bond at $1,000. Going to order absolutely no contact with the victim, Chandra Raming, that you maintain a separate residence from her. If you have personal belongings at the shared residence in Kissimmee, you can return with law enforcement escorting you one time. But otherwise, you're to have no contact with her. You're not to return alone. You're not to consume any alcohol. You're not to possess any weapons or firearms. Good luck, sir.
All right, thank you.
Schneider Arrest? Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Schneider Arrest.
Sir, you're here for initial appearance on 3 matters. You've been arrested for a DUI. The bond is set at $500. You've also been arrested for possession of less than 20 grams of cannabis and possession of drug paraphernalia. Those bonds are also set at $500 each. We're also arrested for an on-view violation of probation. Do we know where that case stems from? Is that the probation case?
Yes, sir.
No, I'm not asking you, sir. I'm asking when the attorneys.
It says record. May I approach?
Yes, I know what it says.
Yeah,
I want to know where the case comes from, if it's,
I'm not sure about that.
yeah. Do we have a case number? Do we have,
It is this county, Your Honor. It is Osceola County.
it's Osceola, okay.
I'm June
In-
14.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so he's on Osceola. All right, on the on-view arrest, I'm going to stay the bond at none on the violation. And I'll appoint the public defender in all cases.
I believe he said he had a private attorney, Your Honor.
Do you want me to appoint the public defender, sir, or are you going to hire an attorney?
I'm going to hire an attorney.
Okay, all right, then I won't appoint the public defender at this point. All right, good luck, sir.
Yep.
Lorenzo Ramirez. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Good morning. Lorenzo Ramirez.
Mr. Ramirez, you're here on a couple of matters. First, you've been arrested for a violation of pretrial release conditions in a domestic case. You've also been arrested on a charge of written threats to kill. Been arrested. Okay, that's not you. All right. I'll appoint the public defender in these cases. All right. I'm asking the attorneys, what's the current status of the case numbers 2018, it's Osceola County case, 2018 MM 3308? What's the posture of that case?
I'm not sure, Your Honor.
Okay.
I also don't know, Your Honor.
Your Honor, he's currently on probation in the 18mm 4127 as well as 18mm 3308.
Okay,
Both of the charges are the violation of the
Yeah.
PTR conditions on domestic violence.
all right. All right, so in these cases, I'm going to set the bond at 1,000 on each case. Is there a reason why there wasn't an on-view violation?
More than likely, the deputy didn't look it up.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and actually on the violation of the pretrial release condition, I'm going to stay that bond at none. I'll appoint the public defender. They can file the appropriate motions with the court in Osceola.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Good luck. Lorenzo Ramirez.
Oh, that was him, Your
Oh,
Honor.
I'm sorry. No, okay. Never mind. That was
Yeah.
looking at the wrong face sheet. All right. Rafael Rodriguez.
I know how that is. Yep.
Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Rafael Rodriguez.
Mr. Rodriguez, you've been arrested pursuant to a warrant, charges of burglary of a structure and grand theft. The bonds have been set at $2,500 on the first count, $1,000 on the second count. Okay. All right. Are you asking me to, never mind, let me answer my own question. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. All right. Good luck, sir.
It's fine, it's fine. Mhm.
Tracy Rose. Morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Tracy Rose.
Ms. Rose, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for trespass on property, not a structure or conveyance. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. All right, the bond's set at $500. Order you not to return to that Wawa at 2184 East Earl of Bronson Highway. I'll appoint the public defender. Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
John Scafie.
He's approaching, Your Honor.
Thank you. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
John Scaife.
Sir, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for obstruction of public streets without a permit. I'll appoint the public defender. All right. The bond's set at $250. All right. Good luck, sir. Ronald Simone. All right. Morning again, Mr. Simone. You're here for initial appearance. You've also been arrested for the offense of battery. I'm going to release you on pretrial release with the conditions that you have no hostile contact with Miss Tina Lewis. Consume no alcohol, possess no weapons or firearms. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll appoint the public defender.
Yes, Your Honor.
John Truax. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
John Truax.
So you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a petty theft. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. All right. Bond set at $500. Order you not to return to that Wawa at 2184 East Earlo Bronson Highway. Good luck. Yolanda Wiggins.
She's coming up.
Morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
I'm Yolanda Wiggins.
Ms. Wiggins, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for possession of drug paraphernalia and obstructing an officer without violence. All right. Bond set at $500 on each count. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. Good luck, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Harley Williams.
He also bonded out, Your Honor.
Thank you. Seth Wright. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Seth Wright.
Mr. Wright, you're here for initial appearance. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You've been arrested pursuant to a warrant. Charges of burglary, grand theft, and dealing in stolen property. Bonds have been set at $3,000 on count 1, $2,000 on count 2, and $2,000 on count 3. Good luck, sir.
Okay.
Here we go. On this guy, did I set a bond on him yesterday?
Yes, Your Honor.
Curtis
Bianchi?
Bianchi?
Yeah, it was set at $25,000 for you to get
Okay.
the arrest warrant to see if that was set high or not.
Okay, thank you.
But he's in hospital right now, Your Honor.
Okay. Give me just a moment.
Yes, Your Honor. All right, based on the review of the affidavit, I'm going to leave the bond as previously set and appoint the public defender if I didn't previously appoint the public defender to represent Mr. Bianchi.
John, what is that?
Yes, Your Honor.
It was $25,000. Yeah, so I'll leave it set. We'll all right. Waldemar Siri.
Again, Your Honor, he is still detoxing and refused to come.
Okay. I think that's it. Oh, one case from yesterday, Hecha Ramos Martinez. It was a Spanish interpreter
Honor.
case yesterday. In reviewing
Yes, Your
the charging affidavit, the two misdemeanor counts, assault on law enforcement or firefighter or EMT, those bonds should have been 500 each, not 1,500 each. So we're going to do corrected paperwork. I don't know if she's bonded out.
I'll check, Your Honor.
Okay, but we're going to do a corrected IA bond sheet on her.
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay, all right. I think that's all we have.
That's it?
Have a nice day.
Yes, Your Honor, that's it. You too.
I guess he's the hospital. I guess you can reset him. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go. We'll reset him within 24 hours of him being released from the hospital. But you said I'm staying the bond. But yeah, I'm staying the bond at this time. Thank you.
Attorney after the Spanish.
So, is the top Spanish? Wait. Okay. There we go. Yeah, there it is. On this one, there's also a co-defendant who's arrested at the same time. Husband and wife are two females. But with regards to having contact with one of them. Yeah.
And then on that one, they have probation.
Yeah.
You're taking that action. Take the PTR. No, taking action on that.
They didn't arrest him on view.
Oh, okay. So you just want to.
Yeah, so I don't know that I've got the authority to do an on-view violation.
Oh, you know what I'm saying?
By myself. Yeah, that's what I was telling her. So, yeah, let's bring them both out at the same time.
Yo la puedo sacar, la puedo ir ahí,
Sir? Okay. Do I need to? Are you still with us, Madam Interpreter?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Good morning. Mi nombre es Wilhelm Paul Mena Morales.
My name is Wilhelm Paul Mena Morales.
Sir, you're here for initial appearance. You've been you've been arrested for driving with a suspended license with 2 prior convictions. At this time, are you asking me to appoint an attorney to represent you, or are you going to hire an attorney in this case?
Poner defensor público.
Public defender.
All right, I'll appoint the public defender. The bond's been set at $2,500. Good luck, sir. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Buenos días, Carlos Alberto Bustillo Manzanares.
Carlos Alberto Bustillo Manzanares.
Sir, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for driving with no valid driver's license and for DUI. I'll appoint the public defender in both cases. Bonds are set at $500 on each case. Good luck, sir.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Buenos días. Juan Ángel Calix Martínez.
Juan Ángel Calix Martinez.
Sir, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for operating a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license.
Sí, por no licencia.
Also
Yes, for not having a license.
Also for resisting an officer without violence.
Que yo nomás puse las luces de parking cuando me encendieron las luces.
Yes, all I did was turn on the stop lights in my car when I saw the lights on.
At this time, do you want me to appoint an attorney to represent you, or are you going to hire an attorney?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the public defender. The bonds are set at $500 on each case. Good luck, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Adrian Hernandez.
Mr. Hernandez, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for disorderly intoxication. The state want to make an offer?
Yes, Your Honor, the offer would be withhold court costs.
Mr. Hernandez, if you want to get the matter resolved today, you could enter a plea of guilty or no contest to the charge of disorderly intoxication. I'd withhold adjudication. I'd give you credit for the 2 days that you've served in jail. You'd have to pay the court costs, and I'll give you time to get the costs paid, but you would be released on this case today. That's if you want to get it resolved. If you wish to dispute it, that's fine.
And if you want me to appoint an attorney, I'll do that too. How do you wish to proceed?
I guess pay.
Okay.
I would like a week to be able to pay.
Oh, I'll give you more time than that.
Perfect.
All right, did you fill out a plea form?
No.
Okay. Why don't you stand back and review the paper?
Okay.
And we'll call you up. You have to make sure and take the headset off after the other two folks are ready to go. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Arturo Navarro.
Julio Navarro.
Arturo. Sí.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Arturo Navarro.
All right, Mr. Navarro, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a charge of new charge, burglary of a conveyance, possession of burglary tools, petty theft. Bonds have been set at $3,500 on the first count, $150 on the second count, $100 on the third count. You've also been arrested on view for violation of probation, where you're on probation for possession of cocaine. I'm sorry, it's not on view, it's a warrant. And that bond is set at no bond. I'll appoint the public defender in both cases to represent you. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
All right, recalling Adrian Hernandez. All right. Mr. Hernandez, did you have the opportunity to read the plea form?
Yes, yes.
Okay. To the charge of disorderly intoxication, how do you wish to plead? Guilty or no contest to the charge?
Guilty.
I'll accept that, withhold adjudication, give you credit for the 2 days that you served in the county jail. I'll give you 350 days to get the costs paid in the case. If you need more time, you can go see the clerk downtown to work out a payment plan. Otherwise, get it paid, or they'll suspend your driver's license or your ability to get a license for non-payment. You have 30 days to appeal. You'll be released as to this charge later today. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are those all our interpreter cases today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Madam Interpreter.
You're welcome. The interpreter will disconnect.
Thank you. Morning, Mr. Barker. Who do you have this morning?
Vanita Gosine, Gosine.
Okay. And we were also going to bring in the co-defendant in the case. All right. Gosine and Jasmine Lloyd. All All right, good morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Anita Gosine.
Okay, and your name, ma'am?
Jasmine Lloyd.
Okay. All right, both of you have been arrested on a charge of battery. It's domestic related. Miss Lloyd, well, you're both entitled to bond. Miss Lloyd, if Miss Gosine is released, are you in fear of her?
No.
If she's released, do you want to have contact with her?
Yes.
The same, well, I was going to pose the same questions to your client. Mr. Barker, do you object to her answering those?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Same to you, Ms. Gosine. If Ms. Lloyd is released, are you in fear of her?
No, I'm not.
Do you want to have contact with her?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. Does the state have any questions, follow-up questions in regards to that?
No, Your Honor, not at this time.
Mr. Barker, do you have any questions for your client or co-defendant?
No, Your Honor, just argument as to probable cause.
As to probable, okay. Go ahead.
From the arrest affidavit, it seems that my client would have immunity under Florida statute. The arrest affidavit, Ms. Lloyd admits to getting upset and striking Ms. Gosine, and that Ms. Gosine defended herself after the initial strike. So I'd ask the court to find no probable cause.
Okay. Okay, State, do you have a response to that?
1 second, Your Honor. Your Honor, at this time, we would just argue that there is probable cause to arrest both for battery. We would argue that that would be a pretrial motion that could be made. It would appear that both were hitting each other.
All right, qualify for pretrial release now?
She probably could, Your Honor. We could confirm the info.
Okay, based on the lack of history, I'll go ahead and I'll release Ms. Lloyd on pretrial release, also with the condition she have no hostile contact with Ms. Gosine. All right, good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Not at this point.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a nice rest of your Sunday.
Thanks, you too.
Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Norris Hudson.
Mr. Hudson, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a battery. It's domestic related. Are you asking the court to consider appointing the public defender to represent you in this case?
Yes, sir.
Okay. On your application, you indicated an amount of take-home income of $1,000 every 2 weeks. Is that what you're taking home, or is that your gross?
That's my gross.
That's your gross?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if the gross was $2,000 a month, what would the net be? What would the amount that you actually have in your pocket?
I'd say about 16.
Okay. All right, based on that, I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Let's make sure that, is there Bridget Lamberton present? Nope. No one's raising their hand? Are you, may I ask, are you able to hear me out there? Okay, all right, so, all right, State, you have a position on bond?
We would ask for a higher bond on this due to his criminal history, and we would, of course, ask for no contact with victim.
Defense, you have a position on bond?
Yes, Judge, I'd ask for the lowest possible legal bond.
All right. All right, based on the history, it appears he's currently on conditional release from DOC. I'll set the bond at $1,500. I'm going to order that you have absolutely no contact with Bridget Lamberton. It appears you live separately, have no children in common, so that shouldn't be a problem. Also order that you possess no weapons or firearms. All right, good luck, sir.
Yes.
Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Good morning. It's Ayub, A-Y-U-B, Moulay Abdul Rahman.
All right, sir, you're here for initial appearance. Been arrested for arson of a conveyance and possessing, manufacturing, or transporting a firebomb. Okay. At this time, are you asking the court to appoint an attorney to represent you in the case, or are you going to hire an attorney?
I will be hiring an attorney, sir.
Okay. All right, the bonds are set at $5,000 on count one, $150 on count two. All right. Good luck, sir.
Thank you. Have a great Sunday.
You too.
God bless. Morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
My name is Bianca Mendoza.
Ms. Mendoza, you're here for initial appearance. Going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. Been arrested for an aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. All right. I've reviewed the charging affidavit in the case. I'm going to set the bond at $500. Didn't appear you know the victim, but I'm going to order no contact with the victim and possess no weapons or firearms. All right. Good luck, ma'am. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Mario Scarvelli. Joseph Mario Scarvelli.
Mr. Scarvelli, you're here for initial appearance. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you.
Additional appearance? What's an additional appearance when I want to face and go about my business?
All
There's
right,
such thing as additional appearance.
it's called an initial appearance, a first appearance.
No, it's not. I don't do first appearances. I said, go ahead.
Okay. You've been arrested for a charge of grand theft of a motor vehicle. Bond set at $5,000.
$5,000 is kind of expensive. I don't have $5,000. I have $5,000. I will buy we buy a vehicle. Now, I plead no contest, and I would like time served or probation, anything I can do, not to spend all my life in prison since that's against the law.
Gotcha.
So how much time do you think you can give me? Probation, maybe.
We're not going to get the case resolved today. I'm going to stay the bond at $5,000. You're also out on, looks like ROR on another grand theft, but I'll take no action on that. It doesn't appear it's been.
Because it's been, I already been to court for it already.
Okay, all right. Good luck, sir.
Do you know anything else you can do for me? Say, give me bond for $5,000 and do it again. Bond, nigga.
Morning, sir. Your name, please? Sir, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested pursuant to an out-of-county warrant, Seminole County, on a charge of sexual battery. The bond's been set at none. They'll notify Seminole County that you're here. They'll come get you within 24 hours, not including the weekend. So they'll be notified tomorrow. They may come get you tomorrow or Tuesday. All right. Good luck, sir. Morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Amala Glad.
Ms. Galad, you're here for initial appearance. Been arrested for failing to appear at your pretrial conference February 21st of this year. And the bonds are set at $1,000. Okay. And the public defender was previously appointed. All right. Good luck, ma'am. Morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Janice Marie Negron.
Ms. Negron, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for possession of drug paraphernalia. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Does the state want to make an offer today?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
All right, based on what I'm reading, I'll leave the bond at $500. All right. Good luck, ma'am.
Can I speak, sir?
Morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Can I be sentenced today, please?
You got to tell me your name first.
Norman Robinson.
All right, Ms. Robinson, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for disorderly conduct. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Does the state want to make an offer?
Your Honor, I do not have a factual basis. I cannot make an offer at this time.
I've got a factual basis.
Okay.
Okay. Ma'am, if you want to get it resolved today, you'd be adjudicated guilty, be ordered to serve, it looks like 3 days in the county jail.
I did have.
So actually, it's 4 days now. Four days in the county jail, and I'd reduce the cost to a judgment. You want to get it resolved?
Yeah.
Okay, did you fill out a plea form? Okay. All right, ma'am, to the charge of disorderly conduct, how do you plead?
Yeah.
I'll accept the guilty plea. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 4 days. With credit for 4 days, I'll reduce the cost to a judgment. Ma'am, you understand if you go back downtown to Orange Avenue and Church Street, if those officers see you, guess what's going to happen? You're going to be right back here, okay? You need to find somewhere else to hang out, okay? You have 30 days to appeal. Good luck, ma'am. Morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Jamal Lancaster.
Ms. Lancaster, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for, this is a city case.
What is it?
It's a city ordinance violation of trespassing. All right. After warning, this is, state you want to make an offer?
We would do adjudicate guilty, court costs, and any time served.
Okay. Ma'am, if you want to get the matter resolved today, you'd be adjudicated guilty, be just given credit for time served. You'd have to pay the cost. I'll give you time to get the cost paid, and I'd order you not to return to that Greyhound bus station. If you go back and they see you, you're just going to be right back here. Okay. If you want to get it resolved. If you want to dispute it, that's fine. You can. And if you want an attorney, I'll appoint an attorney.
Okay, I just don't understand what has happened. You know, I need to understand.
Well, I want to make sure you understand what's going on. If there's a factual dispute about you being at the Greyhound bus station, we cannot resolve that today. If you want to simply resolve the charge by entering a plea of guilty or no contest, we can resolve it today. But if you have questions, if you're at all confused, don't plead guilty or no contest. If you want, I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. You can have a chance to talk to the attorney, and maybe that can answer some of the questions.
Okay, that's what I want to do, but
Okay.
I want to complain about how I'm being treated because, you know, I haven't taken a shower. I haven't been able to eat, and I don't have no type of mattress, and
Okay. Well, that's something.
Blanket. You know, I want to get out of here. You know, but I really don't understand. You know, is trespassing, right?
That's correct. Understand, ma'am, you have the right to remain silent, and if you want me to, do you want me to appoint you an attorney?
Well, I just take the trespassing.
Okay. Do you want to get it resolved today?
Yes.
You want to be done and over with today?
Like, is it gonna be done again, or, you know, is there any obligation to it? It's just like,
If you want to get the case resolved, I want to make sure we're on the same page. If you want to get the matter resolved, you could enter a plea of guilty or no contest to that city ordinance violation of trespass after warning. You'd be adjudicated guilty. You'd be given credit for the 2 days you served in jail. Just, you were arrested yesterday, and today you're already here, so that's 2 days. You just have to pay the cost, and I'd order you not to return to that Greyhound bus station. And I'll give you almost a year to get the cost paid off. That'll resolve the case.
okay, how much do I owe?
On a city, I want to say it's a total of, you know, is it 223 is a total, and I give you almost a year to get it paid off.
$223?
That's correct, ma'am.
Okay, the fine, right?
Well, it's not really a fine, it's the court cost. For you, there's no practical difference to you. I mean, paying money is paying money. How we look at it is, those are costs that are assessed with the case. It's not a fine. A fine would be on top of that, but there is no fine in this case because you spent 2 days in jail.
Okay, I take that and I'm released today.
On this, you're released today. I don't see anything else holding you. Okay, so based on that, do you want to get it released? You want to get it resolved?
Yes, I want to resolve it today.
Okay, all right. Actually, I can reduce their cost to a judgment. That's good. All right, Ms. Lancaster, I'm going to reduce your costs. Instead of giving you time to get it paid, I'm just going to reduce it to a civil judgment.
Civil judgment.
Okay. All right, ma'am, to the charge of, it's a city ordinance violation of trespass after warning. How do you plead to that charge? Guilty or no contest?
Trespass.
You plead guilty, which means you did it, or you can plead no contest. No contest means you're not admitting to it, but you're also not denying it, and you think it's in your best interest to get it resolved, maybe because you want to get out of jail. You can plead guilty or no contest, either one. That's if you want to get it resolved. If you don't want to get it resolved, that's fine too. You can essentially plead not guilty to the charge at
I want
this
to get
point.
it resolved today.
Okay, then how do you plead guilty or no contest?
To trespassing.
Yes, ma'am.
I plead no contest.
Okay, I'll accept that. I'll adjudicate you guilty, give you credit for the 2 days you served in the county jail. I'll reduce the cost to a civil judgment. I'm going to order that you don't return to that Greyhound bus station. If you go back to that Greyhound bus station, you're going to get rearrested. You'll be right back here at jail, okay? All right. Good luck, ma'am. You have 30 days to appeal. Good morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Nunca Vincent.
Ms. Vincent, all right, I understand that you've posted bond, and this is the one she's posted bond and just have to have
She bonded, the fingerprints just won't clear, because that family's not here on Sundays.
Okay, all right, based on that, I'm gonna, you post a bond, I'm gonna order you released at this point,
Okay.
okay? Morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Sabrina Bahadur.
Ma'am, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a violation of probation. You were on probation for a DUI.
Correct.
All right, allegations that you violated are that you committed a new offense of driving with a suspended license as a habitual traffic offender, failed to complete your DUI counterattack school, failed to complete victims awareness program. The bond's been set at $5,000. Do you want me to appoint an attorney to represent you in this case, or are you going to hire an attorney?
I have a hired attorney.
You have a hired attorney. Okay, all right. Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you.
Morning, ma'am. Your name, please? All right, ma'am, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a battery, it's domestic related, and an aggravated assault. You've got a witness. Could we swear in the witness, please?
Raise your right hand, please. Right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Please state your name for the record.
Walber Gonzalez Perez.
All right, Mr. Gonzalez Perez, if Miss, I'm gonna, Miss Demosthene? Demosthene, if I'm saying that correctly? If she's released on a bond, are you in fear of her?
No.
Do you have any concerns at all if she's released about having contact with her?
No.
Do the two of y'all share a residence?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want her to come home?
Yeah.
Okay. State have any questions for Mr. Gonzalez Perez?
How long have you known the defendant?
About be 10 months.
Do you have any children together?
I'm sorry, what?
Are there any children at home, any kids at
No.
home? If this was to happen again, would you call the police or 911?
No. It could have been resolved way better than this.
And has anything like this happened before in the past?
No.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Ma'am, do you want me to appoint an attorney to represent you in this case, or are you going to hire an attorney?
No.
No. Okay. All right. State you have a position on bond?
Your Honor, we would ask that you would set bond on the battery, and we would ask for no contact with the victim.
All right, I'll set the bond at $500 on count one. It's $1,500 on count two. I'm going to order that you have no hostile contact with Mr. Gonzalez Perez, that you possess no weapons or firearms. Good luck, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Yes, Christopher Gaskin.
Mr. Gaskin, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested. 2 counts of battery by strangulation is domestic related. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Okay. State have a position on bond.
Your Honor, we would ask that you would set as high as bond as possible. We defer to you on that. No contact with victim.
Defense?
I'd ask for the lowest possible bond you can give him, Judge.
All right, Mr. Gaskin, you're also currently out on bond. Let's see if 18326. All right, that's been filed on. We've got trial dates. All right. All right, on the 2 counts of battery by strangulation, I'll set the bond on the first count at $5,000. Count 2 will be $150. I'm going to order absolutely no contact with Tiffany Haynes. Maintain a separate residence. On the out on bond, I'm going to revoke that bond and set it at none. You can go back in front of that judge if you want to try to get your bond back, but this time I'm going to revoke it. All right. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Kenny Isloma.
Sir, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for 3 charges: aggravated assault, domestic-related battery, and disorderly intoxication. At this time, are you asking the court to appoint an attorney to represent you in the case, or are you going to hire an attorney?
I guess the court can appoint one?
Okay. All right. Are you currently working?
No.
Okay. Do you have any money saved?
No, except for the money that I came here with.
Okay. All right. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. State you have a position on bond.
We would ask that you would set bond, no contact with victim.
Defense?
Lowest possible bond, Judge.
All right. Set the bond on count 1 at $1,500, count 2 at 100, count 3 at 100. I am going to order that you have no contact with Ruben Sinatus, that you maintain a separate residence from him, possess no weapons, no firearms, consume no alcohol. Good luck, sir. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Marcus Reed.
Mr. Reed, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for aggravated battery. It's domestic related, also resisting an officer without violence. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. We swear in the witness.
Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Please state your name for the record.
Could you state your name?
Fenella Jasant.
Okay. All right, ma'am. If Mr. Reed is released, do you want to have contact with him?
About our child, yes.
We're gonna have a child.
Hold on a second. I'll ask her questions, then we'll give you a chance to talk. I'm sorry, ma'am. Could you repeat that?
I said about our child, yes.
Okay. Do you have a child together?
Yes, I'm pregnant 2 months.
Okay. All right. So you're currently pregnant. All right. Would there be any reason for you to have contact with him at this point?
As far as doctor's appointments, if he care enough to talk to me.
All right. Do you all live together?
Yes.
Do you want him to come home and live with you, or do you want him to stay away?
It's up to him.
Okay. Well,
'cause his anger issues get the most of him. So.
Okay. Well, I need to know, I need to make determinations as to whether or not you're safe. Okay. That's why I'm asking. I need to know what your feelings are with regards to contact with him.
Oh well, I don't feel safe due to his anger issues, and he have his family members also, coming to me aggressively. So I don't feel safe for me and my unborn child. No.
All right. State, do you have any questions for Ms. Jasant?
No questions at this time based on her testimony.
Defense, do you have any questions?
No questions, Judge.
Okay. All right. State, thank you, ma'am. State, you have a position on bond?
Your Honor, we would ask that you would set bond as high as possible in this, and of course, and we would also ask for no contact with the victim and no return to that residence based upon our testimony.
Defense?
Judge, I'd ask for the lowest possible bond.
All right, I'm going to set the bond at $2,500. Count 1, $100 on count 2. I'm going to order that you have absolutely no contact with Ms. Jasant. No contact means no contact, either direct or indirect, either by you or by family members attempting to contact her. You're to maintain a separate residence. If you have personal belongings at her residence or at the shared residence, you can return there with law enforcement escorting you. Yes, sir.
There's nothing there no more. There's nothing.
Okay. All right, then there's
all
no
my
reason.
stuff is gone. That's why I don't know why I'm in here.
Oh, all right. Okay. So there's no reason to go back.
There's no reason at all to even be in contact with her.
No contact. Maintain a separate relationship. Possess no weapons or firearms. All right. Good luck, sir. Morning, sir. Your name, please? What's your name, please? What's your name, please?
Kevin Stubbs.
All right. Mr. Stubbs, you're here for initial appearance. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Been arrested for battery by strangulation. It's domestic-related and false imprisonment. We do have a witness. Could we swear in the witness, please?
Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Please state your name for the record.
Tina Wilson.
You're going to have to get a little closer to the microphone, ma'am.
Tina Wilson.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, ma'am. Ma'am, if Mr. Stubbs is released in this matter, are you concerned for your safety?
No.
All right. If he's released, do you want to have contact with him?
Yes.
Do the two of y'all live together?
Yes.
State, do you have any questions for Miss Smith?
How long have you known the defendant?
I've known him 8 years. We've been married 3 years.
Has anything like this similar happened in the past?
No.
Are you afraid of the defendant?
No.
How many kids reside where you live?
2.
If anything like this was to happen again, would you call the police or 911 if any violence happened again?
I probably would just leave.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that, ma'am?
Huh?
Could you repeat the last thing you said, please?
I said, no, I'll probably just leave.
And did any of this has any violence happened in front of any of the minor children at home?
No.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Does the defense have any questions for the witness?
questions.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. All right, state your position on bond.
Your Honor, we would ask that you would set bond. We would defer to you. We would ask for it to be as high as possible. We would also ask for no contact with the victim based upon the factual basis, based upon the affidavit.
Defense?
I'd ask for the lowest possible bond, Judge.
All right. All right, I'm going to set the bond at $2,500 on count 1, $150 on count 2. Notwithstanding Ms. Smith's statement that she wants to have contact after reviewing the charging affidavit, the description that she provided law enforcement, I'm going to order no contact. I'm going to order that you maintain a separate residence. If you need to get personal belongings from the shared residence, you can return once with law enforcement to get your personal belongings. You're not to go back there alone. You're not to have contact with him, contact with her. You're to possess no weapons and no firearms.
What was bond on count 2, Your Honor?
Bond on count 2 is $150, a subsidiary. All right. Morning, sir. Your name, please? Excuse me, ma'am.
I'm Velvet Brown.
You're Ms. Brown? Okay. Ms. Brown, you're here for initial appearance. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You've been arrested for 2 counts of battery. It's domestic related. State you have a position on bond.
We would ask that you set bond. We would also ask for no contact with the victim.
All right. Defense?
Judge, I'd ask for the lowest possible legal bond you can give her.
Okay. I'll set bond at $500 on count 1, $100 on count 2. I'm going to order that you have no contact with your sister, is that Janice, or your mother, Marcia, that you maintain a separate residence from them. Okay. If you need to return to a shared residence, you can return one time, but you have to go back with law enforcement. You're not to go back alone to get personal belongings. Otherwise, you're to have no contact with them, and you're not to live with them. I'm also going to order that you consume no alcohol, all on bond. All right. Good luck, ma'am. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Brian Capucci.
Mr. Capucci, you're here for initial appearance. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You've been arrested for battery. It's domestic related. State you have a position on bond.
We would ask for bond to be set. We would defer to you. We would ask for no contact with victim.
Defense?
I'd ask for the lowest possible bond, Judge.
All right, I'm going to set the bond at $1,000. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Ashley Inabit, thank you, that you maintain a separate residence from her. If you need to return to a shared residence to get some personal belongings, you can return one time, but you have to go back with law enforcement. You're not to go back alone. No contact with her, possess no weapons, firearms, consume no alcohol out on bond.
Yes, sir.
Good luck. With law enforcement one time. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Michael Davis.
All right, Mr. Davis, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for the offense of battery. It's domestic related. Are you asking me to appoint an attorney to represent you in this case, or are you going to hire an attorney?
Appoint one?
Appoint one, okay. Are you currently working?
Yes.
What's your approximate take-home pay per month?
About 3,400.
Okay. Is that 3,400 gross or net?
Net.
Net, okay. Based on that, you make too much money to well, let me ask you, do you have any dependents? Do you have any kids?
Yes.
Are there kids that you take care of?
Yes.
How many?
I have two.
2. 3,400 with 2 kids, is that still too much? 3,400 with 3,400 net with 2 dependents, is that too much for the PD? A month. Still too much? Okay, that's still too much. So you're gonna have to get at least go look to hire an attorney at this point. We do have a witness. We swear in the witness.
Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony, you can give today?
Huh? Okay. All right. Ma'am, what's your name, please?
Jacqueline Pagan.
Ms. Pagan, you put your hand down. It's fine. Ms. Pagan, if Mr. Davis is entitled to a bond, if he's released, are you concerned for your safety?
No.
Did the two of y'all live together?
Not right now, no.
Not right now, okay. If he's released, would y'all be living together?
No.
No, okay. All right. Do you have any concern if he's eligible for a release called pretrial release, he wouldn't have to post a monetary bond? He would just be released and they have to keep in contact with the court personnel? Do you have an objection to that?
Can you repeat that?
Okay. If he's released, instead of posting a monetary bond, he's eligible for a program called pretrial release, where he's released without having to post money. He just has to keep in contact, and one of the conditions would be no hostile contact. Do you have an objection to that?
No.
Okay. All right. State, do you have any questions for the witness?
Yeah, how long have you known the defendant?
14 years.
Has anything like this happened in the past?
No.
You do have children together, is that correct?
Yes.
Have they ever seen any violence?
No.
No further questions.
Okay. All right, Mr. Davis, I'm going to release you on pretrial release with the conditions that you maintain a separate residence from Ms. Pagan. Are you staying at the shared residence, the previous residence?
Yes.
Okay. Does he have personal belongings there?
Yeah.
Okay. If you need to go back to get personal belongings, you can go back there one time, but you have to be escorted by law enforcement. Okay. Otherwise, you're to have no hostile contact with Ms. Pagan. Maintain a separate residence. All right. Order no weapons or firearms. Okay. All right. Good luck, sir. Thank you, ma'am. No. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Mark Ellingwood.
Mr. Ellingwood, you're here for initial appearance. Been arrested for a battery. It's domestic related. Okay. It appears from your affidavit or application, you make too much money for me to appoint the public defender. Okay. You swear in the witness?
Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am. I
Please
do.
state your name for the record.
Tamala Lynn.
Okay. Are you Miss Ellingwood?
Yes, Mrs.
Mrs. Okay. All right, ma'am. If Mr. Ellingwood, Mark Ellingwood, is released, do you have concerns for your safety?
No, sir.
That's a no?
That's a no.
Okay. Do you want to have contact with him?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you all share a residence?
Yes, sir.
In the statement that I'm reading, there was an indication that there may be a history of drugs or alcohol. Is there a concern about that?
No, sir.
Okay. There was a description of an episode.
20 years ago.
Okay. All right. All right, State, do you have any questions for Ms. Ellingwood?
Yes, has anything similar to this happened in the past?
20 years ago.
If something like this was to happen again, would you call 911 or the police?
No, sir.
So you would not contact the okay.
I would just leave permanently this time.
Okay, no further questions.
Okay. All right, Mr. Ellingwood, you qualify for pretrial release. I'll release you on pretrial release with the conditions that you have no hostile contact with Miss Tamala Ellingwood. All right, you maintain no hostile contact, possess no weapons or firearms, consume no alcohol or illegal drugs. All right.
Yes, sir.
Good luck. Morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Tamaya Lee.
Ms. Lee, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a battery. It's domestic related. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. State you have a position on bond.
We would ask that bond be set, no contact with victim.
Okay. Defense?
I'd ask for the lowest possible bond you can set, Judge.
Okay.
Or pretrial release if she qualifies, Judge.
Yeah, we don't have a victim. They don't appear she qualifies. So I'm going to set the bond. I'm going to set the bond at $750. Order, you have absolutely no contact with Ivan Fowler. You maintain a separate residence. Thank you. If you need to get personal belongings from the residence where he lives, you can return there one time with law enforcement. Otherwise, you're not to have any contact with him whatsoever. All right. Good luck. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Shuntan White.
Mr. White, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for 2 counts of battery. It's domestic related. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you in the case. State, you have a position on bond?
We would ask that you would set the bond as high as possible with his conviction rates, and also we would ask for no contact.
All right, defense?
I'd ask for the lowest possible bond, Judge.
All right. Set the bond at $500 on count 1, $100 on count 2. I'm going to order that you have no contact with either Starr or Charday Reeves, that you maintain a separate residence from them.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you need to return to the residence to get personal belongings, you can return one time with law enforcement. You're not to go back there alone. You're not to have contact with either one of them. You're not to possess any weapons or firearms.
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Freddie Carroll.
Okay. What happened to Melissa Andre?
She bonded, Your Honor.
Bonded, thank you. Mr. Carroll, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested pursuant to a warrant. Charge is fleeing or attempting to elude. All right. I'm going to set the bond at $1,000. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. All right. Good luck, sir. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Roddy Chambers.
Mr. Chambers, you're here for initial appearance. All right. First, you've been arrested pursuant to a warrant. Charges robbery with a weapon, grand theft motor vehicle. Bond is going to be stayed at none on count 1, $2,500 on count 2. You've also been arrested for battery with a prior battery. That makes it a felony pursuant to a warrant. That bond set at $2,000. Also been arrested on a charge of possession of cocaine. Bond set at $1,000. Going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you in all cases. You're also currently out on bond, 18 CF 12551. All right, looks like you're currently set for trial in the next week and a half or so. I'm going to revoke the bonds in that case and set those bonds at none. You can go back and talk to the judge if you want to get a bond back. All right. All right, good luck, sir. On which one? It's no bond on count 1, $2,500 on count 2. Want to say your name, please?
Kyle Davis.
Mr. Davis, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for leaving the scene of a crash with injuries. Going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Bond set at $2,500. You're also out on bond currently.
Yes, sir.
State has not made a filing decision on that case, so I'll take no action on the out on bond. And I'll appoint the public defender in all cases. All right. Good luck.
So that means I still have a bond?
You got a bond, yes.
Oh, hallelujah, thank you.
Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Mark Phillips.
You said Mark Phillips?
Yes.
Okay. I don't have a, was it, did I have one stuck to the bottom of that? All right, I've got Mark. I've got several before him. We just out of order. Robert Hendricks.
He's mental health, Your Honor.
Mental health, okay. Marlon Matthews.
He bonded, Your Honor.
Bonded, thank you. Elijah Parker.
He bonded, Your Honor.
Bonded, thank you. Okay. All right, Mr. Phillips, you're here for initial appearance. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You've been arrested for possession of methamphetamine and possession of drug paraphernalia. Bonds have been set at $1,000 on count 1.
Your Honor.
Hold on. And $500 on count 2. I've appointed an attorney to represent you. So if there's something you want to ask me, you probably should run it by the attorney before you say something out loud.
I would like to ask you if I could be considered to be OR'd.
I'm not going to ROR you based on You got a high-risk assessment, you have prior failures to appear. It looks like you've got an open warrant for failing to register as a sex
That's it.
offender out of Indiana. So I'm not going to ROR you because you're not necessarily the safest bet that you're going to show up if the state chooses to file in the case. So
Your
I'm gonna-
Honor, that's probably hard to understand that case. It's, had an outdated 2046 up till 3 years ago. I was released from prison
Okay.
on a
I
charge that was
understand
false.
that
That's an ongoing
we're not
case.
going to get to the bottom of whatever.
Of course, I know that.
But based on that, I'm not going to ROR you. I'm not going to grant you ROR based on a history. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
What would you consider if I just pled out to it and just
You
be done?
you can't plead today.
Can't?
No. The
Mm.
state's got to decide whether they're going to file the formal charge at this point. This is just an initial appearance. This is the proceeding where I tell you why you're in jail. Some people wake up in jail, they don't know why they're even
I'm
there.
one of those, but
Okay.
I had nothing.
Yeah, so.
I have been caught with nothing.
Okay, well, it may be a situation where the state may decide that that's true, and they may not pursue the charge. I don't know. But I'm just here to tell you why
I
you're
know
in
that, I
jail.
know that, Your Honor. I was just trying to brief you too. There is a case in Indiana that's ongoing. That's a pretty in-depth legal matter at this point.
Yeah,
obviously.
we're-
Because this isn't 2046. It's 2000. I'm not even 20 yet. But you know I'm standing here, so it's not. But you could clearly look that I was due to be out in 2046.
Okay.
I've got some lawsuits going on in Indiana and some
All right.
other things.
Well, good
Yeah,
luck with that,
so-
sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Henry Powell.
Mr. Powell, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for dealing in stolen property and grand theft. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in these charges. Bond set at $2,500 in count one, $150 in count two. I'm going to order you to have no contact with the victim, Sherry Lockwood, not to return or just no return to 4115 Barwood Drive. All right, good luck, sir.
Is there any way I can ask for pretrial release?
You don't qualify for pretrial release.
I'm supposed to start a new job tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. At this point, you don't qualify, so I'm not going to release you on pretrial release. I'm going to leave based on the history that I'm looking at for similar type charges. I'm going to leave the bonds as the standard bond amount, so.
Okay.
All right. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Ray Burley, Jr.
All right, sir, you're here for initial appearance. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You've been arrested for aggravated battery with great bodily harm. Bond's been set at $3,500. And I'm going to order that you have absolutely no contact with Shri Ramzarup. You possess no weapons or firearms.
Any way I can ask for OR?
You can ask, but I'm not going to give it to you. I'm going to stay the bond at $3,500. Okay? Good luck. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Erwin Tate.
Mr. Staples, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested.
Staples is in the hospital.
Oh.
My name is Erwin Tate.
Oh, Mr. Tate. Thank you. Okay. All right, Mr. Tate, you're here for initial appearance. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You've been arrested for possession of methamphetamine and possession of drug paraphernalia. The bonds are set at $1,000 on the first count, $500 on the second count. You're also currently out. Looks like on ROR on 19 CF. All right, the state's filed an information, so I'm going to revoke the bond or revoke the ROR, set the bond at none in that case. All right, and I'll appoint the public defender in both cases. All right, good luck, sir. Morning, your name, please?
Lena White.
Ms. White, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested pursuant to a capias. You were arrested for failing to appear for your trial management conference on June the 1st, back in 2016. Charges of possession of cocaine and possession of drug paraphernalia. The bonds are stayed at $5,000 on the first count, $300 on the second count. All right. Good luck, ma'am.
There's no involvement today? He's on DLC.
Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Edward Terrell.
I'm sorry, could you say it again?
Excuse me?
What's your name again?
Edward Terrell.
Did you say Edward Terrell?
Yes.
Okay. Richard Willis?
He bonded, Your Honor.
Bonded, thank you. And Donovan Wright?
We didn't have Wright on our list.
Wright with a W?
Do you have a booking number, Your Honor?
It's what number I'm looking for?
1900-6601.
They bonded, Your Honor.
You bonded, thank you. Okay, now we're Mr. Terrell. Mr. Terrell, you're here for initial appearance. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You've been arrested for failing to appear for a hearing on October the 2nd of 2009. The charge is a misdemeanor exposure of sexual organs. Let me look at something. Looks like that was an arraignment. All right, the bond's been set at $2,000. I'll stay the bond, and the public defender's appointed to represent you. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Wesley Fluonville.
I'm sorry, could you pronounce it again?
Wesley Fluonville.
All right, sir, you're here for initial appearance. You're going to appoint the public defender. You've been arrested for driving with a suspended license. All right, you're also currently out on driving with a suspended license, out on bond. Yeah, they haven't filed on that. It doesn't appear that, it appears all his priors are civil infractions that were paid. So the out on bond, hasn't been filed. It's from November. It's probably too late to file a misdemeanor at this point. So, all right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to double the bond on the new charge to $1,000. I'll take no action on the out on bond. I've appointed the public defender Order you not to drive without a valid license. Good luck, sir. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Luis Martinez.
Mr. Martinez, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a DUI.
That's correct.
I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. You got a bond of $500. All right. Good luck. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
My name is Daryl Ambrose Orser Jr.
What happened to Yamil Miranda Burgos?
He wasn't on our list, Your Honor.
Do you have the booking number, Your Honor?
19006591.
They bonded.
Bonded, thank you. About Antolin Orozco Cinto? Nope.
Do you have the booking number?
19006605.
They also bonded.
Bonded, thank you. Okay. And you're Mr. Daryl Orser?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir, you're here for initial appearance. Separate these. All right, you've been arrested for driving with a suspended license. Knowledge. Going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You're also currently out on bond. So that's, they haven't filed on that case. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise the bond on the new charge to $1,000, take no action on the out on bond. All right. Good luck, sir.
So I can go. I can bond out now?
Yeah.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, hold on. Wait, you got another case I missed. You got a driving with suspended license and a resisting an officer without violence. Okay, and I'll stay the resisting without violence at $500. So you've got a total bond of $1,500 for both cases, all right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Brent Stafford.
Mr. Stafford, you're here for initial appearance. Going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Been arrested for driving with a suspended license. And you're currently out on bond. Also arrested for possession of less than 20 grams of cannabis. So on the new driving with license suspended, I'm going to raise that bond to $1,000. On the cannabis, the bond will stay at $250. I'll take no action on the out on bond. Public defenders appointed in all cases. All right, good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Kevin Tanner.
Mr. Tanner, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for driving with a suspended license with knowledge. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Also arrested for possession of less than 20 grams of cannabis and possession of drug paraphernalia. All right, looks like you qualify for pretrial release. I'll release you on pretrial release. Order you not to drive without a valid license. All right, good luck. PD is appointed in all cases. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Sam White.
Mr. White, you're here for initial appearance. All right, you've been arrested for DUI. Also been arrested for possession of less than 20 grams of cannabis. All right, on your application for the appointment of the public defender, well, let me ask you, are you asking me to appoint an attorney to represent you?
I requested a public defender. Yes.
Okay. the amount that you wrote down that you make weekly, is that, if that's what you take home weekly, you make too much money to qualify for the public defender.
Okay.
Okay. All right, then I'm not going to appoint the public defender. It looks like you qualify for pretrial release. I'll release you on pretrial release on both these cases with the condition that you not consume alcohol and/or drugs. It'll be PTR with random testing.
Okay. Yes, sir.
All right. All right, good luck, sir.
Tony Jackson.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson. You're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for possession of drug paraphernalia. I'm going to appoint the public defender. Got a $500 bond.
Your Honor, is there any way, I know this may be some, but could you ROR me, Your Honor? Because listen, I know the public defender paper says one thing, but I just got into a program and it's for housing, my fiance and I.
Yeah.
And I just started working, and I haven't received a paycheck yet, but I do live in a stable environment.
Okay.
It's called the Coalition. And I just got, unfortunately, I know this sounds crazy, but how I got in there was I was for sleeping under the bridge trespassing, I was homeless.
Well,
but anyway, I went to court on that. I was out on ROR bond for like a month, and I showed back up.
Well, let's, does the state want to make an offer to resolve the case today?
The state doesn't, not at this time, Your Honor.
Okay.
Unless you want to give me time served, and that way I don't have to come back. That
Yeah,
would be good.
they're not willing to make an offer at this point, so if, what I'll do is I'll reduce, yeah, I'll note you got quite a history, but I've never seen a failure to appear.
Yes, sir.
All right,
I promise I'll come to court. I promise.
Here's what I'll do. I'll go and I'll ROR you. I'll appoint the public defender. You don't show up to court, you're gonna be spending
Yes, sir.
more
show up.
time than you would otherwise. So, all right. So
Yes,
I'm
sir.
gonna ROR you at this point.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Good luck.
Good luck. Thank you.
David
Morning.
Lindor.
Mr. Lindor, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for resisting an officer without violence and possession of less than 20 grams of cannabis. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you in the case. Got bonds of $500 on the first count, $100 on the second count. Does the state want to make an offer?
Not before speaking with the victim, Your Honor.
All right. All right, so I'm going to stay the bond at 500 on count one, 100 on count two, and I've appointed the public defender to represent you. All right? Good luck, sir. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Robert Perry.
Mr. Perry, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for possession of drug paraphernalia. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Okay, also 2018. All right. All right, I'm good. All right, I have not filed on the out-on bond, so I'm gonna, on the possession of paraphernalia, I'm gonna raise the bond to $1,000. I'll take no action on the out-on bond. The state hasn't made a filing decision. It's from cases from November. And I've appointed the public defender. All right, good luck. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
James Eldridge.
Mr. Eldridge, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested on a out-of-county warrant. It's a Lake County. You failed to appear for court on a driving with license suspended. And they set the bond at no bond. So they're going to notify Lake County that you're here. They'll come get you within 24 hours, not including today, so it'll probably be tomorrow. All right? Good luck. Yep. What happened to Harold Gullens?
He's behavior, Your Honor.
Behavior? Morning, ma'am. Your name, please? What's your name, please?
Heather Hoover.
Ms. Hoover, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for out-of-county warrants, Seminole County warrants for violations of probation. The bonds have been set at none. They're going to notify Seminole County that you're here. They'll come get you within 24 hours, not including today, weekend. So my guess it'll be tomorrow or Tuesday. They'll come get you. All right. Good luck. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
David Manning.
Mr. Manning, you're here for an arraignment, or excuse me, an initial appearance. Been arrested on a Polk County warrant. It's a violation of community control, multiple burglary charges. The bond's been set at none. They'll notify Polk County, and Polk County will come get you. All right? Good luck. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Darrell Young.
Mr. Young, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested on a Osceola County warrant for violation of probation. Okay. They're going to notify Osceola County that you're here. They'll come get you within 24 hours, not including today. So it'll be tomorrow or Tuesday. They'll come get you. All right. Otherwise, it's no bond. Good luck. All right, good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Marquise Ashley.
All right, Mr. Ashley. You got to remind me why we reset it for today.
Yeah, sir, you had gave me I came before you yesterday, and you had gave me a bond yesterday, and gave me R&R, but I looked in the system, it's nothing there. It says 0 bond. I don't know how that happened.
Who? Judge Carter. So he already saw Judge Carter?
No, I didn't see Judge Friday. On 19 mm 1254 AO? Because I was telling you I had my...
Hold on.
Okay,
hold on.
yes, sir.
Let me get caught up here before. Okay, all right, now I see. Got a new felony charge that we didn't deal with. Let's see, 19 CF 2767. Mr. Ashley, you can't bond out because you're being held on no bond on the home invasion robbery. Hold on.
Okay.
You
Yes,
don't need
sir.
to say anything.
Okay.
So, all right, so based on that arrest, the judge on Friday had revoked the bond on the misdemeanor driving with license suspended charge in the cannabis. You shouldn't have seen me yesterday. That was a mistake. So
even if I had got my driver license and everything, fixing everything, because that's the thing about it, because they had told me, as long as I get my license,
no, I understand that. And now I recall, you've got a valid license?
Yes.
Okay. and that's why I had reduced the bond. I wasn't aware yesterday of the new charge, so here's what's gonna happen. Eventually, you're gonna be taken back before that judge, but even if the bond's reduced, you're still not going anywhere, because you're being held on no bond on the new charge, the new home invasion.
So when can I get a bond and a charge?
Well, I've appointed the Office of the Public Defender to represent you, and you can,
I can't even get house arrest or nothing like that?
well, you're gonna have to go in front of the judge. It's gonna have the felony case, and you'll go back in front of the judge on this case.
And what, you know what date that is for the felon?
You gotta talk to your attorney about
Attorney.
that.
Okay.
We're appointed on the home invasion judge?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
thanks.
So you just talk to the attorney, and so, yeah, that was a mistake. That you shouldn't have seen me yesterday. All right.
All right, thank you, sir.
Good luck, sir.
Do I do something with this order?
That should be, it was previously revoked on Friday. It was revoked. Oh, no, on Thursday it was revoked. So I don't know why we even saw him yesterday. So that, just, I don't know, pretend it never happened. Me reducing the bond. So I would just go ahead and I'll revoke. If you need. Okay. You could say bond revoked based on the new arrest. And that's the felony case number, 19 CF 2767 AO, bond revoked. All right. Alexis Harris? Is that
She refused, Your Honor.
refused? Okay. Juanita Miller?
She refused, Your Honor.
All right. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Clarence Gillett the fourth.
Okay. And what about Robert White?
He refused also, Your Honor.
Refused. And Clarence Posey Kaler?
Yes, Taylor.
Huh?
Correct, yes.
That's your,
Taylor.
okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, sir. You're here for initial appearance. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You've been arrested for pursuant to a warrant for charges of burglary of an occupied dwelling, grand theft, dealing in stolen property, and providing false verification to a pawnbroker or secondhand dealer. Those bonds have been set at $15,000 on count one, $5,000 on count two, $2,500 on count three, and $1,000 on count four. You've also been arrested on view for for violation of probation in 2 cases based on the new arrests. 2 cases, 17 CF 9898 and 16 CF 16 CF 15487. And I'm going to stay those bonds at none on the violation of probation. And I'll appoint the public defender to represent you in all cases.
Thank you.
All right, good luck, sir. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
David Lopez.
Mr. Lopez, you're here for initial appearance. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You've been arrested for violating probation pursuant to a warrant. All right, you were on probation for the offense of burglary of a structure. Allegations are that you failed to report back in, yeah, it looks like December and January last year, January of this year. Change your residence without permission, whereabouts unknown, and you're in arrears and costs. The bond's been set at none on the violation.
I can't get a bond today?
And you'll go, what's going to happen is the warrant says that the judge in the division won't consider a bond until you go see him. So I've appointed you an attorney. The attorney can file the appropriate motion with the judge in that division, and then that judge will make a decision on whether or not to give you a bond. Okay?
Okay.
Good luck. Morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Keisha Putman.
Ms. Putman, you're here for initial appearance. Going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You've been arrested for violation of probation pursuant to a warrant. You're on probation for the offense of grand theft. Allegations that you violated are you failed to report in November and December of last year and January of this year. Change your residence without permission, whereabouts unknown. That you tested positive July, October, December of last year, January of this year for cannabis. The bond on the violation is set at none. And I've appointed the public defender. All right. Good luck, ma'am. All right, I think that's it. That's it. You're in recess.